Hello friends, hope all of you are doing fine. So again, I am here. I would like to ensure you that with this channel I want to make a concept understanding very clear in both the aspects of ERP, that is technical and the financial aspect. So my objective is to make videos that will help the viewers in understanding the subject technically and functionally both. So now we have taken so many technical aspects of ERP. In coming videos I will also cover the cycles of functional aspects that is required for the technical, that will help them in designing and developing the program. So today the video is on classes. It's a very important topic. Classes, you have to understand it from heart and think it from mind. So this is very important subject, classes. Please visualize it. So let's have a deep dive session on classes. So now let us try to understand this concept of classes with the help of an example. So as we said, class is a blueprint or a prototype, right? So we'll take example of a room. So we will define the prototype or a sketch of a room. So let us think class as a prototype or a sketch of a room. So what we can define in prototype about room? So let's say room. Now we have to define the layout and sketch of a room. So in room, how many attributes we have? So we can define the details of a room, like what is the length, width and height. So these are the attributes of a room. Also there can be multiple attributes regarding color and etc. We can define other things also. We can define like what's the area of a room, volume. So these are some functions also. So if I say like this, so classes are blocks of code that contains data and methods. These are my variables, these are my methods. You have to relate this to your program. So make this analytical understanding very correct. This is very important, because without proper conceptual understanding of classes you won't be able to become a good developer. So you have to visualize this and you have to clear your concepts from scratch. So what we discussed till now, class is just a prototype. So we define only the variables and methods. So this is a definition in class, and when we define the class, only the specification of an object is defined, no memory or storage is allocated. Now we will discuss also what is an object. We have not discussed yet object. So object, what is object? To use the data, variables and functions or these methods, we need to create objects. So what is object? Object is a convenient way to organize data in function. So this is object. So room 1, now it's a specific object. For room 1, what is my length, what is width, what is height, what is the area, what is volume. This was the generic prototype layout and sketch. This is the class. But if we are defining, if we are accessing these variables and methods, so to access these variables and these methods we have to create objects. So this is the object. So now there can be room 2, room 3, room 5. So I can create n number of objects for this class, and we have these parameters. So in object oriented programming, a class, this is a class, this is a blueprint for creating these objects. And objects is a particular data structure. This provide initial values for these member variables or attributes and implementation of behavior, that is known as member function and methods. So this is the link between classes, objects, variables and methods. Now there is one more concept of encapsulation you might have heard in object oriented programming. So in OOPS there is a concept of encapsulation, meaning data members, these variables should be hidden and any access should go through methods only. So in as a class variables, these cannot be referenced from outside the class. So how you will access this from outside the class, how you will reference these variables? So for this the concept of getters and setters is introduced. So for each variable, like this, for each variable which you want to expose, what we have to do, we have to write a method to set this value and to get his value. So these methods are known as accessor methods, set and get method. You might have seen in older version also Parm methods and set get, these all are same. We will see practically how to write a set and get method for a Parm method, either you write set or get two methods, or you can write one Parm methods only. So this concept we will see practically. The same example we will take, and let us do this practically. I will open Visual Studio now. So now let us do it practically. Now we will create the same classroom what we discussed. So I will add one class, new item, code class. I will name it as PP SS class. Done. So by default, if nothing is specified here, it means it is public class. Now I will add the fields. By default, fields are protected. This means that they can only be accessed in the same class or a derived class. Or if you want, you can also write in the declaration, field declaration, by using modifiers like private, protected or public keywords. So I will just write int. I will create 2 length and width. Also I will create one variable area, as I want to calculate the area also. So now these variables are created. We have created one class. Okay, now also I told you one more thing, that class variables cannot be referenced from outside the class. So what we have to do, we have to create set and get accessor methods we have to use. Why? Because we are using the concept of encapsulation, meaning data members like these variables should be hidden. This is the best practice, that these members should be hidden and any access should go through methods only. So what we will do, we will use here concept of getters and setters. So I'll explain you this one. So we will set first the length. For setting we don't have to return anything, so I will using void set length. Always the best practice to use variables like this, and we set the value of length. Now we will get this value. In the get method we have written, so we have to write the data type get length. Now you can see what we have done. Where are the variables? So as the concept of getters and setters is, what is the concept, that data members, these variables should be hidden under the method. So these are hidden and we are accessing it only via methods. So this is the basis of, for one variable we have written this. Again for another variable switch we will write the same thing. I can do copy and paste. So this is the method, this is the way how to write get and set method, accessor methods. Now instead of this writing these two methods for one variable, now for one variable how many methods we have written? Set length and get length. So what we can do, we can write one method also. I will show you it. That is known as Parm method. You have seen, you must have seen it in many of the codes written in standard program. So public int Parm gph length so you can see here in one method only we have set the value and we have returned the value also, get and set. So like this you can write Parm method. For now I will comment this because we will use the get and set in our example. You can use this Parm method. This will save your time. You have to write only one method instead of writing two methods. Now I will also calculate the area also. I will calculate area. Public return type is integer. Calculate area. Area equal to length into width return So what we have done, we have created one class pp underscore classroom. We have three variables and we have this methods also. So now we have to create the objects. So what are objects? Objects are the instances that are constructed from the class. So now we have to create the instances. How to create the instances? We can now let me show you by creating one job. I'll create one runnable class. Now from here we will try to call that class. So what was the class name? pp underscore class room. We'll give now is room 1. So this is the object. Room 1 is a object. And what we are doing, we are using the constructor new. This will construct the class. To create the instance, we have to use the constructor. Now what we do, room 1 dot set. Now here what we can do, we can access the variables. I'll set length is 10, room 1 dot set width, let's say 5, room 1 dot calculate area. or what we can do, we can give it in info log. We'll see the output. It's not string field, so we have to write this. I think this is done. We will build this. We'll see the result. So this is a very simple example where I have seen class, variables, how to access variables from outside the class. Where is the written this width ratio? To width. We will build this again. So what I was telling, so we have created one class. In that class we have specified variables, we have created methods. Now we are seeing from a job how to access, how to construct any class. 1 minute. Yes. So now I will run this class. Room job. Let us start a project. We will see the result. So it's a very basic simple class. So we know how to create a class, define variables, how to use accessor methods, get and setter methods. Why it is required? Because outside the class we cannot reference any variables directly. So we have to make them public and we have to use them under a method. So we have to write method set and get to get the value. We can also write Parm method. We have seen how to write. Now you can see output is 50. So now we will see the concept of inheritance also. So let me create one child class that will extend this class. So I will create one more class. As child class. So what we have to write is only extend this class. The class name PP underscore class room. Okay, so this we have defined. Now here we will define one variable. What the variable? Let's say string height. In this class we have height. Now again same the best practice that accessor matters. So what I will write, the set height. Void height. In this example, no need to get this, so you can directly get actually volume. So let's calculate volume in this example. Height. You can directly calculate volume. Solution. Now we have created one base class, child class. We have extend this parent class. Now I will create an instance of this. We have created one instance, that is the object. What we will do in this, see, now here, because it's a child class, you can see all the fields. Though this is a child class, this object is of child class, but here you can see all the methods of parent class also. So this is the concept of inheritance. Here we get the benefit. Once you will see the COC, chain of command augmentation, and this concept will help. Now here we will set the length. Yes, 10. The first is 5, 4, 5, 6. Calculate volume. Same with copy controller so that we can see the result. I will build it. Now we will see the output. So now the concept is that from the child class you can extend your parent class, and that will help us whatever is the attributes of parent class you can use them in the child class. Getting refreshed. Let's wait for the screen. So now you can see the output 300 we received the volume. So what we did, simply the concept is we created one class. In this class we defined the variables, the methods, accessor methods. We created one child class extending this class. So why we extend this? Because there is one more parameter. Now this I will explain you in augmentation video, that is the chain of command, the extensions. So because we cannot write in that class that height, one more parameter is there, height. So what I did, I created one more class, extended the parent class. So I created this one, extend this class. In this I used length, width. You can see directly I have not declared any variable here, length and width. Why I am using directly from parent class coming. And in that job I created the instance of base class, child class. And the child class I'm invoking all the methods of parent class. Like this we use the concept of inheritance in X++. So this concept is very important. Now in the next video we will see the augmentation chain of command. So clear your concepts, go deep dive, do self study. See you in my next video. Thank you.